So I am so excited about today's video. Yesterday I had the opportunity to visit and tour a friend's garden. Ron and Karen have been going to our church. We've been going to church together. He's an elder at the church. We've talked about gardening, we've talked about canning and stuff like that, but I've never actually seen his garden. So we had the opportunity yesterday. We were trying to beat the rain, so I didn't film like an intro. So I'm doing that today. I got to go tour it, see it for the first time. I've driven by it and kind of tried to see it from the road, but I could never really get my eyes on it. And I hope to make a bunch more videos like this just because it's so interesting to see how different people garden and what their values are, why they do things, what they've learned, glean a little bit of information, see another setup, get some encouragement. So hopefully it's encouraging to you, and I hope you enjoy watching. Wow, look at this. This is so, I love how you have it's not just a garden shed, you have a little patio here with the lights. How often, and the fire pit.
Yeah.
And it's like the garden, I'm gonna come down this staircase. Wow, this is beautiful. Probably awesome at night. What do you keep in the garden shed, just tools?
The rototiller, some tools.
Yeah, okay.
You ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, come on in the garden.
Wow, that's a nice big gate.
Yeah, and
This is so nice. This is big.
So,
how long have you been gardening?
We've been gardening. We've been in the house for 15 years, so 14 years. So
Okay.
We recently, when I first built it, we just had a bunch of cedar boxes, and as you could tell, where the asparagus is, they're kind of just the asparagus at the end of the season, but we also just are replacing it, and I have one box to replace that to get them all to aluminum.
Okay.
And then one of my new favorite things to do is start growing some more flowers.
Yeah.
So we got some dahlias coming.
Oh yeah. It looks like you got irrigation in here too.
Yeah, we
That's
did
really nice.
we did drip. If there was an easy way to do drip throughout the entire garden, I would do that. But we have the overhead sprinkling there.
So what is this?
That's eggplant.
Okay, I've never grown eggplant, so I'm not even familiar with what it looks like.
And those are all tomatillos.
Okay. Yep.
And of course our rhubarb, which we recently divided, and it's just kind of growing crazy now. I mean, look at the size of this leaf.
That's a giant leaf. Wow.
And
what do you do with it? Just make
strawberry rhubarb pies, rhubarb strawberry cookies, crumble.
Okay.
All that stuff.
This is so exciting. So you're like the first person. I want to do this more often, right? And you're like the first person I've come to that. What is that?
That
is so pretty.
Yeah.
And the bees love it.
Yeah. I believe it's in the bee balm family.
Okay.
I just turned this into perennials.
Okay.
Other than a few zinnias.
Yeah, on the fence line.
Yeah.
Good idea.
So I'm just leaving these all perennial flowers.
Oh yeah, the tag's still in it.
Yeah. Firefly red pop.
Oh.
Achillea.
Okay. That is gorgeous. Sorry, I got distracted. I was saying you're the first person I've toured that wasn't Kayla's parents.
Okay.
And because they have a nice orchard and stuff like that. But I want to do more because I've never seen this garden. So it's kind of fun to see. I wish I could just see and not film, but I'll try to ask questions and stuff as I go.
Well, you can.
So don't get too distracted.
Yeah, whatever you need to do.
Wow. So I love these. This idea, the perennials on the fence line. Those are pretty too.
That's an echinacea.
Yeah, but there's a
kind of a coneflower.
Orange fascinator. It's got a big old middle part of it. Wow. I've never actually eaten.
That's Swiss chard. If you like spinach,
okay,
it's very, very, very similar to spinach.
Yeah, so you got your greens and your
And now that it's getting warmer,
Okay.
the lettuces are starting to bolt already. So then they start to get a little bit bitter and sour.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 96 next week. I think I'm going to take mine out,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
So I like how you got, maybe it's hard to tell on video, but he's got like a hill going up here, and he's got these almost terraced going in up the hill. So that's a really nice use of that
and
space.
this is naturally how it was.
Okay.
So we just kind of built them around
Yep.
things. This right here, I'd have to look at the name of it. It's obviously a weed, but in Europe, they eat it in salads.
Is it good? Mm-hmm. Is it
So now that it's contained in here,
Yeah, it tastes great.
yeah, it doesn't have much taste to it, but if you just, pulled a bunch of those off and you just tossed them in your lettuce salad.
Yeah. It's got actually like a good, like a fun spongy texture, It's like rubbery.
Yeah, and I used to pull it and I will hoe it, but now that it's contained in here,
Yeah, does anyone know what that is?
I could do it.
Purslane or?
I think it's purslane.
Purslane. Ooh, that was a lucky guess.
Hogweed.
Hogweed is the common name. It tastes great. I pull that all the time and didn't even think to try it.
Yeah, purslane has been cultivated for over 4,000 years as a food and medicinal plant with edible leaves and stems.
Well, good thing it didn't say poisonous.
Yeah, no, and then our peas.
Oh, wow, yeah, I love it. Wow, these are doing great. When did you plant these? Mine aren't that big at all. Just
those were
beans,
were our first planting.
Pole beans?
Yeah, those are all pole beans. Yeah, I'll end up, I understand jacking the beanstalk now. Because I'll end up putting more wire across there and getting a step ladder
just
out.
Just like this, because there's a wire here, it's hard to tell.
Right.
And this one's almost going to reach it.
Right.
That's a good idea. I like that way, Charles. Plus you can still get to them. Man, what do you do with all the beans? That's a lot of beans.
We freeze them. Well, we freeze them.
Yeah, we've been eating them still from last year from frozen.
Oh.
They're so good.
We do a lot of canning, a lot.
We got your recipe actually secondhand for, I think it was bread and butter pickles.
Oh yeah.
And or zucchini relish. Maybe.
Zucchini relish, yeah.
Karen does.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
So.
And then this is the second planting of beans.
That's awesome.
And then these are going to be regular bush beans.
Yep.
And this is just
got some carrots.
Carrots, radishes.
Yep.
Beets.
Okay.
And celery.
Wow, that celery looks great.
Yeah.
We don't eat a lot of beets. We like them. But
I like them.
We love radishes. So
I don't.
We just stick with that.
They're not very big yet. It's always kind of, and they're so crowded in there. I mean, ideally you go in there and thin them out.
Did you grow the celery from seed?
No, we got those from starters.
Okay. They all look. I was gonna say they all look really good.
Yeah.
I bet you they taste good too.
The zinnias are fun.
They're always so perfect.
and people talk about, and I've been experimenting this year, pinching off just some of the tops.
Yeah.
So they bush out a little bit more.
Yep, that's a good idea.
And I've been doing that with the cosmos, and that's been working out.
Yep.
In the other zinnias, so. And I've been cutting dahlias for several weeks yet, and
look at this dahlia.
Yeah, the dahlias are just beautiful, and if you start from tubers, you'll get the same plant over and over again. But if you save the seeds and you start a dahlia from seeds, you will get a completely different plant than what the
color
flower
too?
is. Yes, the color, everything, and that's where people come up with all their different names.
Okay.
And then, I mean, if you want the exact plant, you start from the tuber. But have you grown cucamelons?
No, I haven't. I'll have to come back and get some.
Oh yeah, cucamelons they're about this big when they're ripe.
Okay.
And they look like a miniature watermelon, but they taste like a cucumber.
Okay.
And they often come back. Because we redid the beds this year, we bought some plants, but generally we don't have to replant them.
I like that trellis, just on the end of the bed there.
Yeah, just.
Wow, this is a big garden. I love it.
And obviously we've been getting cabbage already.
Yeah. Want to go down there?
Sure.
Well, what's over here?
No.
We got some kale and
we got
more
some
Swiss chard.
Yeah, and some various herbs.
Wow, when these zinnias, this is going to attract bees
Yeah.
for miles around.
Yeah, you hope
They're
so.
going to be coming from my house over here.
Well, the butterflies
yeah.
are out already.
I love these kind of.
Oh, the bee balms.
Bee balm, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and they make good cut flowers too. And,
Yeah.
You know, and kind of like most flowers, the more you cut, the more you get.
Right.
You know?
Yep. Get some peppers.
Yep, and lots of peppers.
Down here.
Yeah.
So what do you do with all your peppers then? That's a lot of peppers.
Well, we make a lot of salsa.
Okay.
Oh, there's probably a dozen varieties of
Okay.
peppers in here.
Wow.
We don't do super hot ones, but yeah, we mainly use it for various salsas, salsa verde, and some of our spaghetti sauces
Here,
will
I'll
have
let you
some of
go
the
first.
mild peppers in it.
Yeah,
I'll send you home with a head of cabbage.
This is a lot of cabbage. I didn't even grow any this year. I grew like 3 or 4 last year, and that was too much.
Yeah, I've been giving it away. I've been for
That's
everyone,
awesome. They're doing great.
everybody who comes here. Well, this is the early variety. So
Okay.
these are the red cabbage.
Earlyana is what I grew. What's this? Do you know what the variety is?
I think no.
Okay.
It's June bearing though, so
Okay.
it's meant to be harvested in June.
Well, that's today.
And then the
Those are
red
so
cabbage.
pretty too. I'll get a shot of that.
So
And then this whole middle section looks like tomatoes.
these are all tomatoes. I try to limit our tomatoes.
Okay. limit to what? 50?
Well, actually, I try to limit to about 40, but we always end up at 50, and that's where some of these
Yeah.
come in. And
Right.
people just gave us some tomato plants and said, "Oh, you got to try this one."
Yeah, that always happens.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what's your favorite kind to grow?
Celebrities.
Okay. They have that. That's a hybrid, right?
Yeah.
And I have that at Cherry Valley Greenhouse. I grew that last year. It was really good. Just
Yeah.
one plant, but
Oh, yeah, they produce pretty abundant fruit, but I think the first 3 rows are celebrities.
and for something specific, like for preserving in a certain way.
So lots of stewed tomatoes,
Okay.
lots of spaghetti sauce, lots of pizza sauce,
Yep.
and we supply it for a lot of family members.
Yeah. So that's all with what celebrities go into.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's pretty versatile.
Yeah, and we'll do add some aromas in there.
Okay.
Kind of like gardening, you get what you get when it's ripe and in
Right.
season, right?
Yeah. So what's this? What's that fertilizer?
Oh, that's
Is it a fertilizer?
yeah, that's fertilizer. That's coop poop. You know,
I just started using that.
It's 432.
Yeah.
Very mild. It's tough to burn plants.
Okay.
You know, with this stuff, and
I saw that at the elevator.
yeah.
And it was fairly inexpensive.
right,
too,
and
especially for an organic
right,
fertilizer.
and it's about as inert as you can get. Yet still, you know, fertilize
Wow.
the plants.
So 50 tomato plants.
Yes.
Do you do any so what do you put in your pasta sauce? Just
Celery, onion, pepper, garlic.
You do a pasta sauce and can it, or do you just do tomato sauce?
We can it.
You can. That's what we do too. We started doing that. It's way easier.
Oh yeah. I haven't bought a jar of sauce since we've had the garden.
Oh, awesome. Well,
mean,
that's good news because last year is the first year we didn't buy
Yeah.
sauce or pizza sauce.
Yeah. Or pizza sauce. Yeah.
So And then you got a big open space here I like these pathways too.
Well,
Makes it a lot cleaner.
Yeah, we end up going down. Well, you do it with grass.
Yeah, but you got to mow it.
Yeah, yeah, but you got to lay this down, and then But what I did this year, there's Karen.
Oh, she's coming. Hi.
What I did this fall is I put down some ryegrass.
For like where?
All through here.
Oh, okay.
All through here. And I really think it's helped with weeds. I really do.
And did it die off?
Yeah, well then
like a cover crop.
I mean, it was a cover crop, and then, it got pretty tall. I mowed it, and then I tilled it in.
So it didn't come back?
I haven't really seen much of it at all. But again, I mean, there's some weeds.
That's a good idea, probably.
I really like it. I like what it leaves in the garden.
So what do you have over here? What's all
those
this?
are all butternut squash.
Okay.
That's one of our favorites.
Great.
Yeah, that's one of our.
You get mounting them up.
Yeah, mounting them up, and then there are some zucchini in here too. That's a little honey. Have you grown any honey nut?
No.
Honey nut squash.
I think we. What did we grow last year? I did not.
It's a small butternut, and it's dark orange.
Okay, we didn't then.
Super tasty.
Okay.
Super tasty.
Okay. What other tomatoes? So you had Celebrity, and then what's on this side?
Oh, so we really like the little yellow cherry tomatoes.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm growing that for the first time.
Those are sun sugars.
Okay.
So we have the gold. We have the gold ones, and we have.
I'll take a video of that.
We have the gold ones. There's different ones here. We have the green zebra right here.
Okay, I've never heard of that.
Oh, that's a fun tomato.
Isn't it crazy how many hundreds or thousands there are?
Yeah. And
where do you get all your seeds from then? Or do you just get?
This is a new one to us. We get them from Cherry Valley.
Okay, yeah.
Hillbilly.
Okay, that looks unique.
Yeah, it's got to be another heirloom, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
This one right here is a big boy.
Oh yeah.
A traditional big boy.
I like the way how you put the tags like at eye level.
Yeah.
So you don't gotta bend and find them.
Yeah. Well, that's the rebar it pinches it pretty good, and then the Roma, the third.
They do such a good job at plant starts, don't they?
They do.
It's hard not to go in there and you go in for one and you come out with six.
Oh, it's amazing! It's amazing the money that we spend in there. We spend an awful lot of money in there, but nice. They're really good. They're very helpful. They're very.
What's this over here?
Oh, those are more tomatillos.
Tomatillos, okay. Look, that's what I was gonna guess. I've never grown those.
Do you make?
Salsa verde, right?
Yeah.
I've never had one that I liked.
Okay.
So maybe I haven't had a good one, but.
I will. I'll send you home with the jar.
Well, not.
No. That's. You came over here and you helped me with this thing.
Oh well.
And then you missed all the cucumbers.
We sure did. There's so much to miss. Oh, I like that. Yeah, growing them up that trellis. See, mine aren't even that big. I thought I had mine in early, but.
We had a terrible time, but once they went, they're going.
That's going to be a lot of cucumbers.
Yeah.
So pickling.
We do pickles.
Yeah. You got some onions back there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That whole thing is all onions.
Nice. What do you just eat those, dry them out, and eat them throughout the year? Or?
And then of course they end up in spaghetti sauce and salsa and.
Yep, half of ours.
There's white, yellow, and red in there.
Do you try to grow a certain amount, or is that just
the little bulbs you get? There's 100 of each.
Okay.
100 yellow, 100 red.
Put them all in and eat them all.
Yeah.
Wow, this is amazing. What's your favorite thing to grow?
Dahlias.
Yeah.
You can't eat them, but flowers. Let me rephrase that. Flowers.
Okay. So. You must do a lot of bouquets for inside.
Yeah, anyone who comes over, friends are coming over.
It's a good gift, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the most rewarding thing to grow versus like buying from a store?
Tomatoes. I mean, when you look at what they get for tomatoes these days, it's sickening.
And they're not
that good. They're not that. You're right. They're not that good. And
I don't want to put words in your mouth.
no,
That's my
no. You know when something's a greenhouse tomato. So.
Well, I guess my experience is I didn't really like tomatoes until I grew them myself.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And some of that might be like the fulfillment of, hey, I grew this, so I'm going to eat it. And some of it, or I watched it grow and nurtured it.
Yeah.
But some of it is it just tastes way better.
Oh, yeah.
I go to Jimmy John's even now, or Subway or whatever. The tomatoes aren't good.
You don't even taste them. They're tasteless.
Yeah. So.
They're tasteless.
Anyway, I don't want to complain. I'm just saying.
No.
I agree. Is the irrigation manual, or do you come and turn it on? Or
there's a box in the garage. You could have it automatic, but we like to really water on demand.
Right. Yeah. That's good.
With this coming heat coming, doing it early morning, late evening is what it might need.
Plus, it's raining today. So maybe.
Yeah. So having that control is kind of a nice thing.
It's raining any second now, so maybe we'll wrap up the video here. Thank you so much for letting me come.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I'll come back with a camera or without, just to see. I'd love to see those tomato cages.
Oh. It gets to be a jungle.
A maze, yeah.
That's what the paper is really kind of helpful for.
You can know. You should like print out a little map.
Yeah, and
because it's so big.
It's that paper you can get a wheelbarrow down or a wagon down.
Yep.
So
this is great.
That's what that's for.
So this is 14 years of trial and error.
Yeah, and building and trial and error. But that's a good way of saying it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Ron.
You bet.
Thanks for the goodies too.
You bet.
All right. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.